Good morning, fellow app makers. It's Behzad here again from Code Simplifier. Welcome back to another video of how to develop and build a tip calculation application using Kotlin languages. It has been 3 weeks since my last video, and I do apologize for that. I got busy with work and study, and I hope you all had a great year already and achieving your goals in 2021. Now let's get back to our business. In our last video, I explained about the string resources, what is it and how we could take advantage of it. In this video, I'm going to explain the different section of Android application and how they are working together to lead you to build an Android application. As you see here, I draw some shapes and they are having some codes in them. User interfaces are all of the sections that user sees in your application. I will show you an example. This is what we already built so far, and these sections are all of them known as user interfaces. User interface, that's what your user of your application will see on their screen. These sections are pre-built items. The pre-built items could be string resources, themes resources, our colors, and our dimensions. We haven't done much work in this section, and I will just roughly explain what is it. They are defaulted sections that you could develop or you can edit by yourself, and you can use them in order to make your coding easier and faster. And the third part, we have our codes. The codes are actually giving commands to user interfaces and pre-built items and how to work. Basically, you will get information from the user and the codes tell those information what to do next. And the third and fourth part we got is our Gradual Build. The Gradual is a building company. Basically, use all of those three sections we got already here and make them work together and create, let's say, a building for you. And that's what you get your application. These are very super simple explanation of an Android application. Now we are going to work in our application and start developing our codes. We are in our string resources, and we need to change one of the sections which we changed last time from our previous video. Just change the string theme to calculate, and they are the user interfaces. Now we need to work on our actual codes. Go to your left side on your project folder, click on project, then you have our main activity, double click. So if you don't have it, I'll just show you what you have to do. Just go to your Java folder, the second one, click, expand it, the top one, expand it, and you should see your main activity here. Here is our main activity. Just let me minimize our project. The main activity is where you write down your codes, and those codes are executing whenever user interacting with your application. So we will work here mainly from now on. But before we go ahead, we need to change some of our functionality on our Gradual. Go back to your project. Here you got a Gradual script, expand your Gradual folder. Second one, it says build Gradual module and name of your application. Double click on it and open here. We need to add one line of code here to make sure we can use our viewBinding items in our application. Just scroll down here, we are in our Android block. Come down the second one here below your default config. Just double click, write down building features. And open up curly braces. Just write down viewBinding equals to true. Now we have to just click on sync now on top right corner here. We added our viewBinding to our Gradual file, so we don't need it anymore. Just close it down. Now we're going back to our main activity. Just add a line comment and just write down on create here. Copy the comment and put it on first curly braces. Come down here and we write down the main. The reason I'm adding the comment at the start and end of any function is because I want to separate all of my functions and method from each other. The more you writing down the codes and the more you have them divided, it will be easier for you to read them and come back to reference or apply any changes to them. This is an optional, you don't have to follow it, but I found it easy whenever you are writing more codes. Just write down latent var, just write down a binding activity main binding. Latent is a keyword that you are going to use for a variable that variable is going to be used in a different section of your application in this activity. For example, the variable we created here is a binding, and we are going to use that variable in a different section and different methods of this application in this main activity class. It sounds a little bit confusing, I do understand it, but do not worry. When we're going ahead and we're using that variable, you will understand what is a latent about. But in a very simple word, is a promise you're giving to your application that any variables you are creating, you will initialize it before you're using it. Now we're creating our bending view. Now we have to initialize it in our onCreate, which is our main function of our application. Come down in your onCreate function, below your super, write down bending equals to activity main bending, and we used our inflate on second one on top. It says layout inflator. Click on it and write down layout inflator, and the top here Android.view, and that will fix our issue. Now we have to set content view as our bending get root. We set our content view to bending.root, which that is creating the address to this latent we've created. We have an error here, and instead of capital L, you have to just write it down with lowercase. That is lower inflator. That's it for this video. I want to keep it short. I don't want to load you with too much information, and I do not want to confuse you. Thank you for your time and watching. In the next video, I will going ahead and develop our coding in our application. If you do have any question or any recommendation, please write it down in the comment section below, and I'll respond them as quick as I can. If you are new to this video, please make sure you subscribe to the channel for upcoming videos. You're not losing any video. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you all next week.